and the back names there with black outline for the Golden Lions in their black uniforms, white and yellow trim. And then the lettering is in yellow with that white outline, except for the chest. The UAPB is in black with a yellow outline. Chatfield to jump against Trey Sampson. We're just about set for college basketball from the Emerald City. First possession will go to the Golden Lions. Sean Williams, the leading scorer for this team, pushed Trammell on skates early. Ball being worked around, baseline drive, kick back out. Sampson pump fakes, working on Chatfield. Turnaround shot, up and good. Quick start for Arkansas Pine Bluff, something we haven't seen the last two opponents for Seattle U do. They've got the slow starts.
You know, if you're 0-4, that's a positive start.
Yep.
Converting on your first possession of the ball game gives you a little bit of a pep in your step, you know.
Quick skip to the corner to Rakovic. He can't hit down the three. Golden Lions will come the other way. Again, looking for their first win on the season. Turnaround shot again, and Sampson is feeling it early, working on Chatfield. 2 scoop shots, 2 buckets, 4-0 early. Trammell. Chatfield wants the revenge now, posting up. Now it's on the perimeter with Grigsby. Tyson drives baseline. He'll pull up mid-range. Jump shot. He was fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. On the season, Tyson, as we said, averaging 16 points on the dot per game. At the free throw line, he's 7-9 for a 77% clip there as he steps into the line. But as we said, deadly three-point shooter at 43% from deep.
And that's when we saw the ball movement right there, Russell, from the top of the key to the side to where Tyson was.
The first one knocked down, gentle touch. Chatfield quickly going to have a shot, chat there with Chris Victor on the sideline, as he's been on the receiving end of back-to-back buckets. Tyson knocks down both. 2-point game, 4-2. Williams and Trammell, again, that's going to be a matchup you want to watch. Tyson will eventually switch on him as well, depending on the offense. Sampson again goes to work, gets the foul, and Chatfield right now is really having his handful with Trey Sampson, the 6'9" junior. Will be at the free throw line on the season. He's perfect from there, averaging 14.7 points per game.
Sampson feeling some kind of way on that offense.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know.
They're feeding him too.
Yep.
I think that was a point of emphasis coming in this game for Coach Harris. First one up and knocked in. He stays perfect. The junior out of Davenport, Iowa. Part of the Quad Cities down there. 44% from the field and still on the season perfect from the free throw line. 6-2 in favor of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Trammell again, Chatfield still posting up, Sampson fronting him.
That's quite a battle between those two right there.
Yep, Trammell inside, gets past everybody and lays it off the glass.
And Chatfield had a nice screen so that Trammell could go in there.
Yep,
He was a seal screen down in the lower block.
Williams gives it up to Harris here, now up top with Milton. Milton will kick it back out. Sampson extends the range, finally misses a shot on the season. Not his preferred spot, only shooting 18% from deep.
Well, he was at half court when he took that shot. I'm not sure Coach wants the big man out there, but who am I to say?
Riley Grigsby shoots the ball at Rakovic, who has been a great offensive rebounder all season, hauls in another one. Rakovic up top, goes to work here on Harris. Now Trammell. Shot clock at 7. Something's got to happen. Trammell, crossover, goes up, didn't get it out of his hand at time. It did not hit the rim. Shot clock violation as we get our first substitution of the game as they bring in Emeka Udine off the bench, the Red Hawks do. Trying to see if he has better luck here against Sampson.
We got a wider body coming in, right? And it kind of maybe hang onto that block so that Sampson's got to move him out of there. That is
6-4 in favor of the visitors in this one. Sampson up top now, Williams. Quick crossover to the left hand. Brandon Brown goes inside. Goes up on Rakovic. No good. Offensive rebound by Brown again. Stripped out. Tyson on the ground. He spins around and gives it up to Rakovic. And then a throwaway as they try to get it up to Riley Grigsby. Side out here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Brandon, Redhawks look a little tight here.
Yeah.
Look a little tight.
Which is something we haven't really seen for them recently, at least. Sampson again didn't look at the rim that time. It says gives it up to Milton, who falls down, and Grigsby's going to be called for the foul. And I believe heading to the free throw line for three here will be Kylan Milton.
Redhawks look like, you know, when you come back from vacation, back to your house, and you're not really sure everything's.
You need that extra 1 day of vacation
just
to
to
reset life.
And then realize where's the refrigerator, where's the pantry?
Was the light switch always there? The first one knocked down by Milton on the season, a 75% free throw shooter, averaging just over 13 points a game. Sophomore out of Conway, Arkansas. Quite a few local products here for this team. Two for two so far, trying to make it 3 for 3. Shot is up and buried. So at the line, 5 for 5 early so far for the Golden Lions. They have a 5-point lead.
Russell, when you're 0-4 and you're looking for that win, you've got to do the basic things to stay in the game. Good free throw shooting, good rebounding, and good defense.
Trammell with a very tough fadeaway jump shot on the baseline. Knocks it down for the Redhawks. He has 4 of the 6 tallies up on the board. Now over with Brown. Brown hands back off to Williams. Trammell out on him, now Sampson again. Meko Dine out on Sampson. That switch after Chatfield went to the bench. Now driving inside is Harris. Kicked back out. 3-point shot. Knocked down. Brandon Brown with the triple. 12-6. Bounce pass to Adine. Tyson steps back. Pulls up. 3-point shot. Can he get going? No good. Left the basket. Free ball picked up. And slightly picked up and finally secured. Fast break opportunity here for the Golden Lions. And that dunk will not count from Milton. He stepped on the line, and that will take us to our under 16 media timeout. 12-6, Arkansas Pine Bluff up on the road. Welcome back to Climate Pledge Arena, where Arkansas Pine Bluff looking for their first win on the young season. Are currently up over the Redhawks, 12-6 early on. Arkansas Pine Bluff currently shooting 60% from the field. Sampson with 6 quick points on the day, 2 from the field, 2 at the line. Redhawks so far, Trammell doing the lifting, 4 points on 2 of 3 from the field.
Russell, if you're going to draw up a blueprint to win, this is exactly, I'm not forecasting that, but this is what you got to do for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Right? You got to do the basic fundamentals and stay in the game. They're doing that so far.
First offensive possession out of the media timeout for the Redhawks. Rakovic has it off of a handoff. Now Riley Grigsby in the corner. Slightly slips, regains his balance. Shot clock under 10. Trammell drives in, step back, stays on his feet, fading away, kicks it out. Grigsby, catch and shoot 3, knocks it down. Riley Grigsby with the triple. Last time inside this building, dropped a 30-piece. Seeing if he can warm up again at the CPA. Score now 12-9, 3-point lead for the Golden Lions. Turnaround jump shot, no good. On the hook from Sampson. Trammell, quick skip pass up to Grigsby. Steps back into the corner. Excellent closeout there by Harris. Tyson, entry pass into Grigsby, tipped away. Grigsby ends up picking it up. Skip to Rakovic. Entry pass to Emeka Odine. He'll work on the block. Turnaround shot, Trammell. Again, shot clock getting low. Pull up, left the entire way off the hand from Trammell.
He did have good ball movement, but the Redhawks there, Russell, the 6 about 6 passes before the shot. Coaches got to like that. Now, obviously, he wants 2 points at the end, but
turnover here. Trammell with transition 3-point shot, knocks it down. Excellent defense to offense. Cameron Tyson on the assist.
But he'll take those cheap ones right off in transition.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Sometimes those are the tough ones, though, was your momentum taking you to the basket, but pulling up at the 3-point line. Trammell, a seasoned professional here, has 7 points. Redhawks on a 6-0 run. Brown inside, he falls, but foul is going to be called. Not a lot of ingredients from the Red Hawk bench on that call. We see our first substitution for the Golden Lions checking in is Kashawn Stokes, 6'2" junior. Comes in and replaces Kylan Milton. Non-shooting foul, baseline inbound for Pine Bluff, left of their basket. Their leading scorer, Sean Williams, will do the honors. Gets it into Stokes, who just checked in. Williams off the catch, no good on the shot. Long rebound, Tyson and Grigsby fought after it. It's the transfer picking it up. 12-12 ball game here, 13:43 left to go in the opening half. Meko Dene at the free throw line, gets cut off, keeps working inside, just using that lower body strength. Turnaround hook, no good. Rebound Sampson. Pass out Sampson, quick pump fake, working on Kobe Williamson now. The Aussie checks in to the game for SU. Rebound to Meko Dene, who also brings it into the front court. Trammell calling for it. Now gives it up to Kobe Williamson. Williamson looking to get it to Grigsby. Ball out of bounds. Little miscommunication, though, between the two forwards, as Kyrie Brown will check in for Cameron Tyson.
Pace of the game's picked up here, Russell, and Red Hawks a little bit discombobulated in offense, right? Trying to figure out that identity. Are we running? Are we in transition? Are we making multiple passes before we shoot?
Bounce pass up top, Stokes. Pine Bluff is scoring drought in the last 3+ minutes of action. Quickly gets ended. Sampson again. Sampson regains the lead for Arkansas Pine Bluff, 14-12. Trammell with the right hand, corner Grigsby. Great defense so far for Pine Bluff, something that was kind of a problem with them so far in the season. They've been giving up close to 57% to their opponents from the field. Knocked away from Grigsby again. Shot clock down to 7. Kyrie Brown, and the play still going on. Kobe Williamson for 3, no good. The entire Pine Bluff bench got up, pointing at the sideline there, looking like Kyrie stepped out of bounds, no call. Sampson, turn around, catch and shoot 3, no good. Can't find his range from outside.
Pine Bluff is playing a stifling man-to-man. Everybody has got their hand up, and they are just within 2 feet of whoever has the ball, and they're cutting off the lanes.
One power dribble, and then the soft touch for Emeka Udine there, ties it back up, 14-all. That ends a scoring drought of the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds for the Redhawks here at home. Skip pass, quickly ripped around. Stokes will drive inside. His shot with the right hand is good, right at the 10. Game starting to become a little more free-flowing, as you said, Moss.
Yeah, Redhawks were patient last time to counter the stifling defense by Arkansas Pine Bluff. We'll see if they do it again here.
Stokes getting a little too handsy with Trammell there. Foul will be called, and that will take us to another media timeout. 16-14 Red Hawk ball when we come back here on ESPN. Back here inside the Emerald City in the Climate Pledge Arena. Good matchup early on as Arkansas Pine Bluff has a slim 2-point advantage, 16-14 over the Seattle University Redhawks. Masvita Marieri and myself, Russell Brown, on the call for you here from the CPA. Freshly renovated arena here in downtown Seattle. Home of the expansion, Seattle Kraken, the 4-time WNBA champion Seattle Storm.
And Redhawks try to make it their home.
Yep, much like it was back when it was called the Key Arena. And the street entry was a little bit different from getting inside this arena, but no, excellent job renovating this and making this the new home for Red Hawk basketball, at least partially. 8 games here in total. This is game number 2 for Seattle U, trying to stay perfect here.
Yeah, we're sunken way down, you know. It's like that basement, but boy, oh boy, does it feel like a cave with all the technology, all the bells
definitely.
and whistles. And
Yep. Just for reference, the 200 level essentially is street level at this stadium, which this is, I believe, the second time. The initial, when it was the Seattle Coliseum, they initially dug deeper to make it Key Arena, so they've now dug 3 times or 2 times deeper to make this the CPA. We'll see how much further it goes in like 50 years.
I don't know if we go any further, you know where we'll be. Nobody wants to go down below there.
Out of the timeout, Trammell again gets fouled about the same spot. He got fouled before the media timeout. And Stokes gets the foul again, his second, both on Trammell.
Russell, you got to think that part of the discussion here by the Red Hawks during the timeout was let's take the ball to the basket.
Yep. Trammell catches the ball. Backdoor pass, nearly mishandled there by Nate Robinson. Right, and in the corner, Kobe Williamson hits the 3. Nate Robinson missed the last game for the Red Hawks. Back playing here, 4th leading scorer on the team. Kobe Williamson also coming off a 14-point game. Interim head coach Chris Victor said possibly his best game as a Red Hawk. And started every game last season for SU. Now coming off the bench in a new role for them. Milton now working on Nate Robinson. Kick to the corner. Stokes ready to shoot the 3. No good. Long rebound. Trammell. Quick crossover. Gets to the baseline and blows past Williams there for the easy lay-in. Trammell
He
up
saw
to
that
7 points. Make that 9 points.
Russell, he saw that lane and down on the right-hand side.
And that might be an and one. They're going to say no. Surely in the NBA that would have been continuation, but not in college basketball. They're going to say the bump on Williams will lead to a baseline inbound as Brown returns to the game, along with Sampson as well.
Russell, the NBA is yet to come here. It's on its way, but for right now, like you say, it's college. So it was contact, dribble, shot.
Yep.
So the plays whistle dead on the contact. No continuation on that.
Williams has that knocked away by Nate Robinson as they try to get the ball in. They change the inbound spot now right in front of the Red Hawk bench. Inbounder will be Vargas, who checked in. Gabriel Vargas, 6'5" freshman. Milton up top. Robinson creeping out, guarding him. Williamson switches onto him after the Sampson screen. Williamson gets back on Sampson, and he missed everything. Coming the other way, Kyrie Brown quickly kicks it in the corner. Robinson uses the pump fake, steps right inside of the three-point arc. And no good. Getting Brown on the rebound. Sampson again. Head fake has been effective so far, then goes up as Williamson went flying by him. 19-18 our score. Seattle U at home, up by 1. Trammell, jab step, puts the 3 up and no good. Williamson, great hustle, but stepped on the line. That miss. It's going to lead to Arkansas Pine Bluff ball again. Red Hawks shooting 44% from the field, 38% from deep. And so far, Golden Lions 43% and 20% from 3.
Probably looking for a little bit more ball movement from the Red Hawks on offense. Remember, they were doing that a little earlier in the last couple possessions there. They've gone to a little bit of take the open shot that's there, and as opposed to waiting.
Vargas thought about the 3 there. So did Brown. Vargas will now shoot this one straight on, no good. Bounce on the rim a second time, allowing Trammell to get the rebound. Other way, Kyrie Brown inside, no good. Sampson on the contest. Both these teams looking for a bucket here. Milton, Sampson again. Up top with Vargas. Vargas off the Sampson screen, left side. Gives it back to the big man. Shot clock at 10 now for the Golden Lions. Sampson again, another three, no good. And Sampson so far from deep, 0 for 3, and then a steal on the other side, and throwing it up to himself off the glass and finishing the play off is Brandon Brown.
Well, Russell, we're kind of in a pedestrian game right now. We
Yep.
had the up tempo, and then after the media timeout, it's a little bit of slow, lethargic type of ball movement.
Tramel step back baseline. He's liked that spot so far. Hit too much of glass. And Rip Economo off the bench with the big rebound. Robinson on the reset shot clock. Steps back at the Space Needle on this court. ARK Climate Pledge Arena inside of Emeka Odene. Kicks it out. Tramel. Corner. Three-point shot. Brown. No good. A little too strong. Coach Trenton Harris calling out the play. Vargas bringing it up. Gross in midcourt. Tramel waiting on him. Vargas to Sampson. Step back, three-point shot, no good. Rip Economo on the rebound. Tramel, leading direction, going left. Brown in front of him, attacks, pulls up, off the glass, no good. Glass has not been kind to the Red Hawks here. Down by 1. Transition three-point shot. That one was right from the start. No good, and nearly flying in and getting the offensive rebound there was Brown. Instead is out of bounds. Red Hawk ball. Pine Bluff on the road looking for their first win on the young season. Currently 0-4 coming off a loss to the University of Portland down in Portland, 74-86. On the flip side for the Red Hawks, coming off an impressive win over Morgan State. At one point up 20 points over the Bears there. Ended up being a 13-point win for them. As Kyrie Brown brings it up and gets us back underway here from Seattle.
Both teams are mighty cold, Russell. Both teams are mighty cold in terms of shooting from the field here.
Riley Grigsby catches that at the right elbow. Spins around the free throw line, kicks it out. Cameron Tyson, who's checked back in, left that one just a bit short. Rebound secured by Harris.
I might have to get my jacket. I'm starting to feel cold, too. Maybe it's just the temperature in here.
Stark contrast to the last time at the Red Hawk Center for Seattle University. Currently no points in the last 4 minutes of game action. Spinning, driving aside Harris, ball knocked away. 2-on-1 situation for Tyson and Grigsby. Getting back in the play, but not affecting the outcome is Milton as Grigsby crashes to the ground. After the finish, he needs some help up. Looks to be okay. The coaching staff for the Red Hawks wanting an and one there for their forward. Instead, it will just be the 2 points.
And that's how you kind of get in rhythm a little bit. You know, the transition points, get a couple of layups in there. You get your shooters feeling good, confidence, and then you can go back to the outside shooting. And we'll see if that kind of sparks, warms them up a little bit in terms of the Red Hawks.
21-20. Vargas up top goes to work on Grigsby. Turns around inside the paint. Passes back out to Williams. Shot clock at 10. Williams has Emeka Odene switched on him. A little bit of a mismatch. Williams, hesitation dribble inside. Fade away on Kyrie Brown. Couldn't hit rim. Offensive rebound by Brown. Shot clock violation. Doesn't get called because the Red Hawks are coming the other way. Skip. Tyson runs off the three-point line. Resets. Knocks it down. Triple for Cameron Tyson. Do not let that man warm up, as we've seen what he can do.
Absolutely, and there you had a 2-point transition bucket. You come back with the tray, 5-point back-to-back. You're feeling all right for the Red Hawks. See if they can continue that with some good defense.
Golden Lions, 1 of the last 7 from the field. Trying to get that high pick and roll going again. Instead, it's going to be another turnover. Tyson the other way. Spin move at half court, kicks it. Rip Economo on the corner. We'll have to slow the play down and let everybody get into the front court before Kyrie Brown sets it up. Udine, he'll drive baseline. Kicks it out, and blocking is going to be called against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Baseline inbound here for the Red Hawks.
Like more than a block. That looked like a shove. And that's a big man to get to the floor.
Yeah.
To be able to move a big man like that, I mean, there has to be some exerted force.
Udine gets the inbound. Economo pump fakes. He'll drive inside, lost it, but gets bailed out with a foul there. Sampson not happy with the call. As that'll be the 5th team foul here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Be the first one against Sampson, who has 10 points already in this game. Brown inbounding, looking to get it to Tyson, who gets free from Williams. Enough time to catch the ball. He'll go back to midcourt. Tyson, entry to Mecco Denny, has a mismatch. Brandon Brown on him. Gets it out. Rip Economo, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound secured. Brown not slowing down, runs right at the body of Rip Economo. Gets the foul again before the shot.
Miscommunication on the Red Hawk defense there because he came all the way down the middle. Nobody picked him up. And so it was actually a good foul to stop from giving up the layup. So
Williams here, right of basket. Tosses it up top to Sampson. Sampson has been quiet as of late after starting hot. Emeka Udine ties it up and rips it away. Great defense by Udine off the bench.
He picked his pocket and kept on going.
And then goes coast to coast off the steal and lays it up. And Pine Bluff not happy, calling the timeout. On the flip side, Redhawks are fired up now. Their lead up to 6.
He took his lunch money and then went and bought a sandwich at Subway and called it a day.
We'll take a break here on that note. 26-20 our score. You're watching college basketball on ESPN. Back here at Climate Pledge Arena, Redhawks on a run and have the lead currently by 6, 26-20. 4:03 left to go before we part ways for the halftime break. 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes of game action. Coincides with 4 turnovers in the last 4 minutes for Arkansas Pine Bluff and 1 of their last 7 from the floor.
And those are all forced turnovers by the Red Hawk, playing some good defense. Now they had the one breakdown, but good communication. They're keeping the offensive guy in front of them, and so that's what you have now in terms of the turnaround in the game, Russell. So we'll see if they can continue and get some separation here, the Red Hawks.
Ball into the front court with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Skip pass over to Williams. He'll pull up for the mid-range shot. Tyson closed it out last minute. Did not affect the shot knocked down. Tramel. Udine has it quickly stolen from the cookie jar. Brandon Brown the other way. Brown lays it up after Tramel goes flying past him. And that's exactly what the Golden Lions needed out of that timeout. Quick 4-0 spurt from them.
Yeah,
2-point game.
You convert on your offensive out of the timeout, and then you create a turnover, and then you convert on that.
Tyson to Grigsby now. Skip to Economo. Pump fake, step back, offensive foul on Economo, and Pine Bluff is pumped up out of the last timeout. They forced the Red Hawks now 2 turnovers and also have gone on that 4 run since. Not a lot of fouling so far in this game. No bonus to this point. Both teams 1 away. Make that 2 away for Arkansas Pine Bluff, 1 away for Seattle University. Williams shoots the shot, knocks it down, and just like that, we're tied 26 apiece.
There was some magical words on that timeout.
Yeah, no
since
kidding.
then.
Coach Harris making the adjustments that are needed. As we'll see, Victor Rakovic check back into the game for Seattle University. No subs for Pine Bluff.
No need to, Russell.
Yeah. When you're on a run, don't mess up the chemistry.
Your team's focused, and they're playing good defense, and they're executing on the offensive end. Just want to keep this going.
Tramel. Bounce pass entry to Tyson. Turns around, shot. Just had enough roll on the rim. Tyson ends the 6-0 run there for the Golden Lions. Gives the Red Hawks the lead again, 28-26. Not the same first half we saw from Tyson last time out. 2 of 4 from the field with 7 points. Williams, step back on Udine. Hit the rim. Tyson rebound. Tramel. Quickly has Harris switched on him. He'll go baseline on Harris. Goes up, can't get the finish. Will be at the line for 2.
That was a tough move because he got the baseline, kind of floated up there, and then kind of almost double pumped it up there.
Yep.
But he just couldn't make it. But he gets 2.
Trammell at the line, as you said, 4-2. Last season, a 20-point-a-game score. Got him first team All-Western Athletic Conference and All-WAC tournament as that one falls. Just falling to Fardas Amac from Utah Valley for Conference Player of the Year, but he was projected to be the Conference Player of the Year this year in the WAC. Front rims that one, no good. He was an excellent free throw shooter, splits at that time. Quickly on the other side, attacking the rim and 1. Pine Bluff has done a lot of damage in transition, and that time Brandon Brown at the rim with the friendly touch off the glass will have a bonus shot at the line.
And Russell, the number one thing in basketball that you're taught is you have to stop the dribbler.
Yep.
And we've seen that. There's been some breakdown in the Red Hawk defensively to do that.
Free throw is knocked down as Nate Robinson will check into the game for Victor Rakovic. A lot of shooters on the court right now for the Red Hawks, and Tyson, Grigsby, Trammell, and Brown. Mecca Udine is going to have to hold it down in the post. Trammell has 2 players on him on the switch. Skips it to Riley Grigsby. He was ready to shoot. Just missed that one to the right. Udine nearly came with the offensive board. Instead, it was secured by Bram Harris. And right into the body of Mecca Udine, and a blocking foul is going to be called. And that should put Arkansas Pine Bluff in the bonus, shooting 1-1.
There's never good fouls, and that one was probably a bad foul just because he was reaching and then he made contact, right? Basic good defense, hands up, keep the positioning there, but had his hand in the cookie jar, and he broke the cookie jar, so he's in trouble.
Udine will check out as the floor sweep kid comes out and cleans up the mess that Udine kind of made there.
That's a big miss for the little homie. He's trying to, there he goes, yeah. There he goes.
I don't know if he wants to do this job as much. He doesn't seem to feel like he's doing chores more than helping out the squad here.
He's got a Laker jersey on, so you know he's trying to work himself down I-5.
So after the sweat is mopped up here, Brown is at the free throw line for 1, trying to earn a second. And rattles out, no good. Chatfield, who checks back in on the rebound. Trammell steps back, gives it up. Robinson with the pump fake, steps for a 3-point shot, no good. Tyson offensive board. Quick closeout on him. They know how he can shoot. Grigsby down. Grigsby working inside. He has the height advantage. Turnaround shot is good. Friendly touch for Riley Grigsby.
Good patience, went down, drove his man down inside the paint. Just a nice little turnaround floater. And 2 points for the Red Hawks.
31-29, 3-point shot put up, no good. Rebound Grigsby. As Harris tries to get started from the field. Trammell inside, Euro step, right into the body of Sampson, and player control foul against Trammell. Excellent take there by Sampson.
Yeah, he just got caught. I mean, Trammell was trying to get to the hoop, and the defender made a nice play and kind of got to that block first, and then he was stuck, and nothing he could do but just go and make the contact in the offensive foul.
So used to seeing Trammell stop on a dime and put up that floater in the lane, that runner. That time try to get the contact. 31-29, 45 seconds left until the halftime break. Sampson gets double teamed here, held up, ball stripped away, out of bounds. Red Hawk ball, and Cameron Tyson doing it on both ends of the court right now. You see him let out a scream, and it looks like Coach Chris Victor wants to call a timeout to secure this last 40 seconds of game action. We'll stay right here on this one. In Maz right now, this game is as even as could be. Both teams shooting 41% from the field. Seattle University, as they often do, relying on that 3-point shot, 29% for them. But Arkansas Pine Bluff just has not been their season from deep, shooting 27% on the season, shooting 9% in this game so far. They're going to have to pick that up.
But they're doing the things they have to do.
Yep.
that is, like we said, playing some good defense. We saw the offensive charge down there that they turned over to get a couple buckets in transition. And down there when the Red Hawks are having some misinformation and they're not communicating, there's been lanes down, drive down the lane for the two. So I think they're playing good, basic basketball, and that's what you have to do.
Out of the Seattle University timeout, it is Red Hawk ball as Trammell crosses the timeline. Goes away from Chatfield on the screen. The bounce to Tyson. It's going to be Pine Bluff ball. Tyson not happy about that at all. Coach Victor not happy about it either. Call stands, though, as the Golden Lions now have a separation of about 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Try and see what they can do. Handoff up top. Lisa Sampson having the ball. Chatfield, he's liked that matchup so far in this game and can't get that to fall. 15 seconds. Let's see if Trammell slows down. Instead, he gives it up to Tyson. The trailer, no good. Just tickled the rim on that one. And now Pine Bluff the other way with 6 seconds. Transition inside. Grigsby swatted it away. No, he got hand. And Milton will be at the line for 2 with 3.8 left to go.
A little helter-skelter there in the last, 20, 30 seconds there, and nobody really able to convert. And again, as we talked about this, Russell, the Red Hawks playing defense inside their own pit. They're not protecting the house. They're not protecting that center lane.
Milton's first one knocked down. 75% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 13.3 points per game and about 40% from the field. Has a chance to tie it up before the halftime break. Red Hawks will have a chance, though, with just under 4 seconds. Both knocked down. Red Hawks have to go the length of the court, though. As you can imagine, pressure being applied. Tyson catches it. Tyson, 2, 1. Tyson pulls up, nearly banks it in. But that will be our halftime score. We're level 31 apiece between Arkansas Pine Bluff and Seattle University. We'll step away, come back with second half action. You're watching college basketball on ESPN. Welcome back to the Emerald City. We have a matchup here between Arkansas Pine Bluff and the Seattle University Red Hawks. And right now, Arkansas Pine Bluff trying to end that slide to begin the season. Currently 0-4, but coming into this matchup, Maz looking to take down the Red Hawks and give them their first home loss of the season and end their little bit of a run here as they've won their last 2.
Russell, basically, Arkansas Pine Bluff is coming in here being rude guests. They're having their way in terms of the Red Hawk defense right now, and they're doing all the things that they need to do to stay in this game and hopefully for them pull out a win. First one of the season.
Back in action here on the heart of the Climate Pledge Arena. Trammell has it poked away from him, and then in transition, here comes Brown. Euro step goes up off the glass. Brandon Brown having himself a nice game. 12 points on 5 of 7 from the field. Trammell bringing it up. Now Grigsby. Chatfield to the left. Grigsby draws the double team, gets it inside to Chatfield, who looks at the rim, kicks it back out. Grigsby now, one extra pass. The one man you can't leave open is Cameron Tyson as he knocks that down.
Red Hawks are going to need him to kind of heat up a little bit in the corner. And if he does that, that might give him some separation in terms of spreading out the Pine Bluff defense.
Tyson up to 10 points, 3 of 6 from the field. A rebuttal three-point shot knocked down by Williams in the corner. Williams trying to get started here. He's the leading scorer on this team per average. Up to 6 points now. Excuse me, they called that a 2 on the layup for Rakovic there. 36-35 in favor of the Red Hawks.
Both teams come out with a little bit of steam.
And foul's going to be called here as Darian Trammell is going to pick one up. Now his second personal foul, first team foul here in the second half for the Red Hawks.
And that's what you're expecting here, Russell. Both teams, halftime break, coaches come out with some strategies here, and so far both teams, are following the coach's instructions.
Williams on the inbound, gets the screen from Sampson, looks at him, hesitation step to get to the rim, beautifully done to freeze Chatfield. Make sure the taller defender on his back, then they have time to block that off the glass.
Now, I don't know if anybody's playing any defense right now.
Grigsby, and a little bit of a flop is going to be called there against Brown, as they're trying to say that, as he popped up, I should say, try to say that he was shoved to the ground there by Grigsby, but I think he slid a little too far and maybe try to bail out the call himself.
Yeah, his feet weren't set. And, from an official's perspective, the defender has to have both feet on the ground and be in a legal guarded position. He just wasn't. So that's going to be a block every time.
Sideline inbound here for Grigsby. As Trammell standing at midcourt. Emeka Udine just inside the three-point arc. And it looks like we're going to mop up the sweat again.
Is that the little homie back out there?
Yeah, he's back out there again.
Poor kid, he's having a hard day. I mean, like you said, these are chores.
As he mops that spot up, and the Golden Lion players help him out with the old school, just rub it with your sneaker test.
I think Santa's going to be good to the little homie right there. You know what I mean? He's going to have all kind of stuff underneath that Christmas tree for those that celebrate Christmas.
As Grigsby tries to get his back underway, coming off of the Udine screen, sort of screen there. Now Tyson steps back. Williams now to Trammell, Rakovic. Grigsby goes to work, baseline, cut off. Wanted the fadeaway, so does Rakovic inside the paint, spin move, pump fake, goes up, and somehow gets that to finish off the glass.
That's a big-time move. He took his right foot, went inside, then curled and came back and pivoted the other way.
Sampson kicks into the corner, three-point shot for the Golden Lions, no good. And the Red Hawks the other way. Trammell, hesitation, lost his footing, regained. I don't know how he does that so well. Rakovic. Trammell once again on Brown. Quick crossover, gets inside, had it stripped. It looks like he lost it off his own hands. Placing the eyes of the officials on that call.
And Chris Victor's telling the referee a little bit now. He couldn't have dribbled the ball out of bounds by himself.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Williams. On the back bounce pass to Sampson. Tries to get the runner, and Emeka Udine off the bench has been playing excellent defense on Sampson. As we said, started quickly, but has cooled off quite a bit. Grigsby on the other side, no good. Just didn't have the oomph on that shot. Ball hits off the backboard a few times, and Tyson rips it away from his own teammate there. Now Riley Grigsby. Grigsby going to work at the left elbow. Spin, gets bumped, lost it. Shot clock at 10. Emeka Udine, he has to go to work, drives inside. A blocking foul is going to be called. Trying to draw it there was Sampson. And again, the ref's just not seen it that way. Kobe Williamson and Kyrie Brown will check in for the Red Hawks. Coming back in for the Golden Lions will be Kashawn Stokes.
Arkansas Pine Bluff defenders, a little bit of flop. You've got to hold for you to get that offensive call. Legal position and wait for the contact. They're kind of flopping before the contact. Ref's got no choice but to call that a block.
Up top for Kyrie Brown, 15 on the shot clock for SU here. Udine on the screen, has his man fall down, gets the roll pass, turn around, right hook shot, no good. Left it short. Brown with another rebound. He is the team leader per average. He's up at 10 already. Double-double for him, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Now here is Brown. Gives it up top. Harris inside. Udine blocked it, went straight up, and then at the last second came down to get the block. Now Trammell springs free. Tyson, extra pass corner. Brown passes it up. Now Trammell. Everybody getting run off the three-point line. Brown finally wants to put one up, and no good. It was excellent possession passing-wise, just couldn't finish off the three-point shot.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 passes over there by the Red Hawks and looking for that space. And then when Brown had the shot, it was a good look. Just didn't execute when the time came.
Brown, Williamson on him, goes inside, And not sure if that was a pass or not, but Harris got it. And then it's white ball. That's all I can tell you. And is that the embellishing call?
That's the flop.
Yeah, the flop call by the official there.
Yep.
The play everybody in the arena kind of thought the play was dead. Instead, it kept going. But it will be Red Hawk ball out of this media. Back here at Climate Pledge Arena. Masvita and Russell on the call for you here. And it's a close one, 38-37. Red Hawks slim lead, but currently in a scoring drought in the last 2.5 minutes of game action. They will have the ball after the flopping call against the Golden Lions. Was called to send us into that media timeout. Red Hawks shooting 42% to the Arkansas Pine Bluff 41. But from deep, Arkansas Pine Bluff just has not been able to hit. 1 of 12 has been a problem all season long. As you see out of the timeout, Kyrie Brown, was that off the backboard? No, it was not. Excellent block there. Springs forward the Golden Lions.
Got it on the way up, and if you can get that ball on the way up, there is no goaltending.
Sampson a spin move and got to the right hook shot, missed everything. But they're going to call the foul against Kobe Williamson. That'll be the first one against him, and the second team foul against the Red Hawks. So at the line will be Sampson trying to re-spark himself in this game. Started so well. Now 4 of 11 from the field. His reemergence into the game would be an excellent boost for Pine Bluff as they now tie it up off his free throw. And he's an excellent free throw shooter. He was a perfect coming into this game, still perfect. Hopefully not giving him the broadcaster curse there. Yeah, survived.
Yeah, you know, you're kind of good at that. This game, you're okay.
Yeah. Last game it was bad, but yeah, luckily Sampson just shrugs off my commentary and knocks them both down.
It was horrendous, but we'll leave it at that.
Trammell goes up and flails to the ground, lost it, and they're just going to say it was a turnover for the Golden Lions.
And Russell, he was more worried about where the defender was as opposed to taking the ball to the basket.
Yeah.
That happens every so often with, basketball. I was trying to draw the foul as opposed to just go to the basket and the foul will come.
Vargas off the screen there, passes it up. Williams, baseline, pushed off of Trammell and lost it out of bounds. Trying to go behind the back.
That's a whole lot of bumping and shoving and going on. The referees are letting them play, and that's kind of what you want. I don't know if that favors either team, but if they're going to let them play on both ends, that's what you have.
Brown over to Emeka Udine. Both these teams in a bit of a scoring drought here, trying to get something going. Trammell at the free throw line, kicks it out to Kobe Williamson, goes inside and one. Kobe Williamson off the glass. Not your typical and one play there, but the Aussie's going to head to the free throw line for one more. Again, he's coming off arguably his best game as a Red Hawk with 14 points in their last home game.
And
trying
Russell,
to keep it going.
That Aussie, the lane opened up and he climbed up that ladder, and then the defender was not set, and boom.
So Kobe Williamson at the line for one more. Knocks it down. He's up to 6 points. And the Red Hawks are at a 2-point lead, 41-39. Still a lot of game action left here from Seattle.
That's how you make three the hard way, as they say. The and one.
Trying to kickstart his own scoring performance as Williams comes up short on that one. Trammell quickly ahead, attacks inside, kicks it out. Tyson, catch and shoot three, got it. Cameron Tyson, triple, 13 points on the night, 3 of 6 from behind the arc.
And you gotta like that if you're Chris Victor. They go down on the fast break, and then they kick it back out, and they get the three.
Step back shot knocked down there by Williams. The Golden Lions needed that one, 44-42. Make sure the Red Hawks didn't start feeling it too much. Kyrie Brown steps back. It's been man-to-man defense so far this entire game from both sides. Trammell skips it. Williamson thought about the three. Now he'll give it up. Inside, going up, Tyson, a lot of contact, no foul. Emeka Udine on the offensive board, shot clock at 5, didn't reset. Trammell, three-point shot, no good. Rebound by Brown.
He had a good look at it, squared up, had a good rotation, just missed it.
Emeka Udine picked it up off that bump. Instead, Arkansas Pine Bluff recovers and attacking the rim and going to the free throw line will be Brown for 2. Brandon Brown has been excellent today, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, which is where he is going. Brown out of Memphis, Tennessee, the 6'5" junior, averaging 7.8 points per game. He's another one that's been struggling from 3, though. Just 10% from out there, but he is a league, or the team's, I should say, leading rebounder at 8.8 a game, already above that average tonight as he hits the first one. As Grigsby checks in for Tyson. Brown has one more, trying to tie it up. Shot is up, and he goes to 75% on the night. And we go back to a tied ball game, 44 apiece. Meko Dine. Stopped at the left elbow. He'll work inside on Sampson now. Couple dribbles inside, working the paint, goes up, draws contact. Nothing called. Udine offensive board. Power dribble, kicks out. Grigsby, baseline. Shot clock down to 5. He spins inside again, goes up, no shot. Foul on the ground by Brandon Brown.
Good patience by the Red Hawks there. And Udine missed the shot, but they got the rebound, kicked it back out, and very good patient. And when you're patient, good things happen. Not always a basket, but you get another possession, and you get the foul.
Yep. Grigsby on the inbound. Quick spin move, goes up. No foul, but a Grigsby bucket. 46-44 in favor of the Red Hawks. Williams dribble handoff here to Stokes. Stokes gives it right back up to Milton. Milton working inside over Williamson, no good. Kobe gets the rebound. Trammell, Grigsby wants it. Instead gives it up to the trailer and Udine, who had it stripped away. Baseline inbound for SU.
Yeah, you know, it's like the quarterback takes the ball and gives it to the running back, and the running back's hands are kind of closed. You kind of get a fumble, but they got the possession, so the timing was off there.
Trammell tosses it up. Grigsby catches, turns, looks on Milton.
A double dribble.
Goes inside again with the friendly touch. Grigsby warming up now. He's up to 11 points, double figures, 5 of 8 from the field. Williams at the logo, calls for a screen. Brown comes up, but Trammell gets the steal. Ball still loose, finally picked up by the Seattle University point guard. Gives it up to Kobe Williamson, and he was fouled before going up. He'll be at the line when we come back from the media timeout. Red Hawks up by 4. You're watching college basketball on ESPN. Back here in Seattle, Washington, 48-44 our score here. As at the free throw line to start the minutes after that media timeout, it will be Kobe Williamson. Currently sitting on 6 points on the night, 2 of 3 from the field with 12 points on the season, averaging 6.3 points per game on excellent 58% from the floor.
And Russell Williamson is starting to insert himself in the game. We're seeing him get some rebounds down there, and he's taking the ball on the offensive end here. So maybe this is a point for him to kind of take the game over.
Steps to the line, 2 of 3 on the night, knocks it down. Williamson out of Melbourne, Australia. Haileybury College, where he went to high school. The 6'8", what they list as a guard, but has been playing a lot of big for the Red Hawks. Knocks them both down. 6-0 run for SU and a 6-point lead. In the corner, Williams steps off the initial spot, puts up a second attempt, and good. Williams warming up now. That's what Arkansas Pine Bluff needs. Their leading scorer on the year at 14 points. Quickly on the other side, Brown and Udine work the pick and roll to perfection.
Both teams going up and down the court here. 2 conversions by both. We'll see if this pace can continue.
Red Hawks have made their last 3 from the field. Bounce pass to Sampson. Jabs on Udine. Wants to go to work on him. Decides to pass it back out to Williams. Williams trying to get the pick and roll. The switch is successful, but Sampson steps back on a three instead of driving in on the much smaller Trammell. And luckily the rebound is mishandled as Udine stepped on the line. So we'll stay here with Arkansas Pine Bluff, but with the new shot clock.
Ref said Udine stepped on the line once he got that rebound, so it's a turnover.
Off the turnover, Williams steps back. Trammell out on him. Now Milton. Milton off the Sampson screen. Kicks it. Williams just tight ropes over there in front of his own bench. Secures the ball inside. Milton off the glass. Excellent take there by Kylan Milton as he's up to 7 points. 1 of 5 from the field. That was his first make. He's been 5 for 5 from the free throw line so far, though. Sometimes that's what you need to kickstart your offensive flow. Just get some easy ones. Brown, baseline drive, kicks in the corner. Quickly back out to Trammell, worked around. Back to Williamson, back to Brown. Corner three-point shot, knocked down. Kyrie Brown on the triple, 55-49.
Red Hawks went from left to right to center, left to right, and back down to the right for the shot. Whew.
Sampson has 4 Red Hawks on him. Puts the shot up anyway and misses it. Good straight-up defense there by Kobe Williamson. Transition on the other side. Grigsby uses a pump fake to get free. Drives inside. Decided not to use the glass and then ends up blowing the layup.
Was kind of caught between two minds. He looked like he was going to drive, then he was going to shoot, and in the end, unfortunately, it was a missed shot.
And offensive foul is going to be called before anything gets set up. They're going to get Harris there as Cameron Tyson will come back into the game. And appearing for Arkansas Pine Bluff will be Omar Parchman, 6'8" senior out of Wynne, Arkansas. Comes into today's game. And also reappearing now will be Stokes. And Stokes looks like he took out Milton there. As we get back underway, Brown quickly matched up with Stokes. Grigsby. Ball for a screen by Brown. A little miscommunication there. Grigsby says, I'll just do it myself and drive in and get myself some quality time at the free throw line with 9:03 left to go here in the second half.
Russell, when you drive and go strong at the hoop in any level of basketball, that is how you're going to either get that 2 or you're going to get yourself two free throws from the charity line. It's a tough drive, and with the right hand.
Grigsby knocks down the first one. Up to 12 points here. Again, last time we were in this building in a Red Hawk win, he had 30. So plenty of time to get that high. And right now he cares more about securing the win and the lead, 57-49 for his Red Hawks. Brandon Brown gives it up. Quick three-point shot. Sent up by Harris, no good. Red Hawks the other way in transition. Brown tight handles in the open court. Crossover, gives it up to Trammell, who steps back. Step back three, no good. Front iron, follow your shot, folks. Gets his own offensive board, attacks the rim, but isn't rewarded at the 10.
It's good hustle. You got to follow your shot like you're saying, because otherwise you shoot from there and you miss, you're gonna be sitting next to coach.
Williams, excellent crossover off the screen, three-point shot, just can't find his touch. Trammell, beautiful pass to Kobe Williamson. Trammell can score, but an underrated aspect of his game is he loves to distribute. And that time, hits Kobe Williamson cutting to the basket and gives the Red Hawks a double-digit lead, 59-49. And that's going to stretch into immediate timeout. So we'll step away here. You're watching college basketball on ESPN. Back here on ESPN, 59-49 our score with 8:11 left to go in regulation. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Seattle University battling it out here. Red Hawks currently with the better trend, 7-0 run in the last minute and 45. Ball into the hands of Milton. Milton has Udine switched on him, gets stopped at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Brown. Brown working on Williamson, step back three, no good. And throwing his paper in frustration is Coach Trenton Harris after that offensive possession out of the timeout.
That paper almost came this way.
Yeah, I was
going to
catch
out of the way.
Brown calls a timeout. Nothing was there. We'll stay here on this timeout. Right now, the Red Hawks are doing one of their typical runs. Actually, it looks like it's going to stretch into timeout because it is the first timeout here called. So we'll step away and come back once again before we break down that action for you here on ESPN. Stack formation here for the Red Hawks right at the three-point line. Williamson, Udine, Brown, and Tyson. Tyson's the one who pops out and gets the ball back underway.
Red Hawks have an opportunity, a little separation if they can convert on this offensive possession.
Tyson doesn't need to be set to shoot. He's very much a off-the-screen shooter.
He was all sideways in the air, left hand.
That's basketball these days. You know, Ray Allen kind of set that trend, Reggie Miller, but Steph Curry's taking it to a different level. Game changers in basketball, as you see. Bounce pass to Sampson on the baseline. Great job by Williamson to try to get back into position, but just a hair late as Sampson draws the blocking foul against Kobe.
Now, this is the house that Ray Allen built, right?
Yeah, well, something like that. I would say GP and Kemp, but, you know.
Okay. But have Kevin Calabro tell it.
Yeah, hey.
This is Ray Allen's house, seeing little green men from outer space and hitting threes.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
There you go.
Jab step there by Williams, gives it up to Sampson. Goes true, trying to get on the same page. He'll stay here with the Golden Lions. Good job by Sampson last second to put his hands down and make sure he didn't get a tip on that ball.
Don't forget Sean Kemp as we pass through there.
Yeah, I said Peyton and Kemp.
Okay,
I said Peyton and Kemp. That's
sure.
Original Lob City right there.
There you go.
Stokes, shot clock down to 3. I don't think he knows. Well, maybe he does. Puts it up and just can't get the touch off the glass. Rebound into the hands of Trammell. He takes a deep breath after that one as he trots up.
Tight rim, tight rim.
Yep.
Started rolling in and rolled back out, unfortunately for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Pass to Grigsby, has a mismatch height-wise. Wants to try and take advantage. Backs in, goes up, shot. Somehow, there's something about Riley Grigsby. I don't know what the spin or whatever he does, but he makes those 50-50, what seems like balls on the rim, always drop as he picks up another 2.
It's almost like a curveball from the pitcher.
Yeah, something.
He just spins it right before.
Not the flick of the wrist, but like the twist of the wrist. Grigsby has the magic touch inside the paint.
Yeah, whatever he's doing, it's working. It's working right now, Russell.
Sampson on Udine. Udine staying in front of him, and that could have been a travel. The crowd wanted it. Instead, a forced fadeaway pretty much is a turnover as Tyson gets the easy rebound.
Big possession here if the Red Hawks, as we said, continue to kind of put a little separation.
Sampson with a huge rejection, knocks it from behind on Emeka Udine's attempt. It's the first block of the game. They'll make the second block. Brandon Brown has one to his credit as well. Grigsby on the inbound. Then shot clock down to 10. Grigsby out to Trammell. Trammell gonna go to work after a Sampson switch. Gets inside. There's that runner. Left it short. Something's off with Trammell and those runners. Is usually bread and butter. Inside. Brown gets rejected by Riley Grigsby.
A little defense by both teams, right? Williamson come back with, we saw a block down there by Arkansas Pine Bluff, and we see another one down here by the Red Hawks. A little defense.
Sub's going to check in right before that ball's inbound, and Kobe Williamson will check in.
And it's kind of what you'd expect, Russell. The last 5 minutes of the game here, it's time to clamp down by both teams, and Red Hawks keep the lead, and Arkansas Pine Bluff trying to cut that lead.
Ball thrown well up to Milton. Looks more like a wide receiver on that catch. He'll go into the body of Tyson and Kobe Williamson. Call will be against number 5, Tyson. That will be his first personal foul. And the 5th team foul for the Redhawks. 5:03 left to go here, 61-49. Golden Lions in need of a run. Williams, dust off his shoe, mid-dribble. Williamson switches on him, now Sampson. Sampson gets fouled. So a lot of fouls in this possession against the Redhawks has gotten Arkansas Pine Bluff one away from the bonus. Trammell was just a quick breather. Believe it or not, he's checked out in the same possession. Comes back in for Emeka Udine.
So that defense is a little too aggressive.
Yep.
And you just want to contain as opposed to.
Seems like they're trying to swipe him before the drive because for a while, Pine Bluff and giving right back to the Redhawks on a moving screen there. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to swipe and steal the ball before they get that drive because Pine Bluff early on had success driving to the rim. So they're trying to avoid that process altogether.
You got to get to that space as a defender, hands up, vertical.
Yep. Williamson up top. Brown, entry pass to Grigsby on the right block. Grigsby backs down, passes it. Brown, Tyson, he's ready to shoot, and he can't make that one. 1-0 for the Redhawks. Brown skips it up top to Williams. Williams, Sampson. Sampson inside, cut off. Skip pass, back to Williams again. They've had the ball the entire possession, just a heave as the shot clock expired. Tyson rebound.
Yeah, no ball movement. One person just dribbling the ball, the other four watching. That's not going to get you back in the game there, Russell. You got to move the ball around to get back in this game if you're Arkansas Pine Bluff.
It is not a huge lead, but Redhawks can start to use some time here. Cutting as Williamson catches it in motion and goes up without the dribble on Sampson. Kobe Williamson, 12 points on the night. Efficient 4 of 5 shooting. Forces a timeout from Arkansas Pine Bluff as the Redhawks are trying to put this one on ice. Kobe Williamson been doing well so far in this last 2-game stretch, and that's been a switch. Emeka Udine and I think Kobe Williamson have both looked so solid in their new roles of coming off the bench. I mean, they've been, just really good, and sometimes that can hurt your ego. That can hurt your, especially basketball. As Arkansas Pine Bluff down to the last few possessions to try to kickstart this offense and make a come-from-behind victory run. They just have not been able to knock anything down, Moz, and, it's getting real dark on their chances at getting out of the 0-4 slide.
Yeah, speaking of knocking down, you saw Spencer Haas came out and was throwing him and Babineau, they were throwing the T-shirts out there.
Yeah, we talked, before the game tipped off, we were talking about some local hoopers, some Seattle hoopers. We produced a lot. Seattle very much known for their guards they produce. Doug Christie, Jamal Crawford, Nate Robinson, Brandon Roy. Not their bigs. Spencer Haas, one of the best bigs to ever come out of the city. And you saw him out there tossing it out, had a few good runs with a few teams, 76ers. He's also one of those big men that could step out and hit a three every once in a while.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But it's all about the guard playing.
Yeah.
It's the 206.
It's what the city produces, scrappy, good, athletic guards. Paulo Banchero over there at Duke, I believe.
Slated to be number 1 in the draft.
Yeah, great players come out of this city. The nation's starting to wake up quite a bit, but back here on the hardwood, Redhawks trying to secure yet another win at home, stay perfect on the season. Some time to do so, and that turnover is going to help as a Seattle U ball.
And Arkansas Pine Bluff's going to come with the full court man-to-man, which is kind of the way they started the game, to try to shake up some things here and rattle the Redhawks. And
Sampson, it's been a long time on the bench. He's back in this game. Trammell. Not a lot of pressure, full court pressure being applied here. They pretty much let Trammell trot up the court. Usually start to see pressure from the opposing team down this much with little time left. Try to create some chaos. Brown.
It's a little surprising because you thought even if they're going to let him get up court, it might have been a half-court trap. But
another beautiful pass by Trammell. He throws up the goggles on the perfect vision to Trammell, or make that to Grigsby down low. Another easy lay-in for the Redhawks.
The back door was wide open. They came in, had a sandwich, and out the door they went. They got to play.
No credentials needed to get in the back door clearly today.
Man.
As over the back's going to be called against Sampson. He's not happy about it, but the call is made. That's the 4th personal foul against Sampson. Stokes will check in for him. And shooting 1-1 at the other end is Cameron Tyson, the man who was fouled on the play. Trying to add to his scoring total on the day, 13 points.
And Russell, now it's just really about for the Redhawks just to play smart basketball.
Yep.
You know, take what's there and don't do, you know, any bad fouls. That kind of just play this out with your head as well as physicality on both.
Tyson knocks down the first one on the season, a 78% free throw shooter. And he goes perfect at the line that trip. Redhawks up 67-49. And just like that, this lead, starting to balloon. We've seen the Redhawks win in different ways. We've seen them get to an early lead, a la their last game, at points up by 20, and then that gap get closed, only winning by 13. And we've seen them be in close games and then late balloon their leads. It's just been 2 different ways they've been able to win so far this season. And I'm sure both ways make you happy, but if you're Coach Victor, you'd rather see your team come on late and secure a victory than kind of hang on. Brown at the free throw line knocks down the first one.
And what that really, for the coach, for Chris Victor, what that says about your team is that you're patient and they're deliberate and they're determined to see you through the end.
Yep. Brown cuts in the lead, 2 for 2 at the line. Vargas will check in, taking out Harrelson there.
But you'll take a win any way you can.
Exactly, especially in the NCAA, especially Division I basketball.
A win is a win and is a win.
As you move on to the next game, no one sees that score line. I mean, except for us broadcasters who bring it up and try to make it seem like it affects stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just that win column and that loss column.
Here's your full court press.
Switching into half-court double, too.
Yeah.
And Trammell gets hit. As Brown and Trammell both looks like they got scraped up on that play.
It's a T.
Foul on the play on number 11, Brandon Brown. It's his 4th.
And a technical is going to be called against Cameron Tyson after the foul. The regular foul was called against Brandon Brown.
He was. He went a little bit more than what the ref gave. That is, the ref just gave a common foul, and Tyson went a little bit more. Hey, you know, you hit me in my head.
Yeah.
Can I?
I mean, I like to see it standing up for your teammate too. I mean, I don't know what he said, and all that good stuff. But as at the other line, the technical free throw, first one knocked down by Williams. Don't know what is all said, but you like to see your teammates standing up for you, especially the backcourt tandem there.
You do, but you also, as we talked about, at this point, 2-18, you have the lead. You just want to play smart basketball.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're in the 1-on-1. You're going to go shoot, right? At least one and 2 more. So there is no need to want the extra. Don't get greedy.
Yep. So now Trammell at the free throw line for what was the initial call on the play. It is a 1-and-1 here, so not 2 guaranteed. Trammell, first one up and down. Trammell has yet to find that big offensive punch game yet. He came on strong during the conference season last year. As he knocks down both, they're up to 12 points on the night. As Kobe Williamson will check out for Emeka Udine, and Coach Chris Victor goes over and gives a pat on the back there to Trammell. Not sure what Trammell looks a little upset about something. Staying in the game here, though.
That's just real good coaching. Keep him in there, show him confidence, and say, look, just keep your head up. Let's go. Let's stay focused.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Redhawks on the Williams drive.
That's how you develop players mentally, mental toughness.
Brown jab step had Udine off his feet. Udine recovers and plays straight up defense, but a foul is going to be called. As end of the free throw line will be Brown. Brown, 16 points on the night, 5 of 9 from the field, 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. 16-point game here between the team from the WAC and the team from the SWAC. First one up and down.
We're just whacking and swacking and
all
swacking all up in here. There's a house party going on at Climate Pledge Arena then.
Timeout's going to be taken by Coach Victor. We'll stay here on this one. Yeah, that's something that the Red Hawks schedule features a lot of, and that's HBCU colleges. They played Alcorn State to start the season. They played Morgan State last game at the Red Hawk Center, now have Arkansas Pine Bluff. You know, it's nice to see those HBCUs, especially getting more coverage here on ESPN and getting other games, getting able to play in an arena like this. You know, that's something you want to see, because a lot of times those programs start their season mostly on the road because they build up all that, you know, all that for the program. So they start on the road, so it's a good thing that they get those big games and able to showcase what they have, because those HBCUs have a lot of talent throughout the country.
Well, absolutely, Russell, because what it is, you know, you're showcasing your talent. You're also exposure.
Yep.
It's exposure for your program. It's exposure for the kids. And as you said, like, you know, ESPN's really doing a really good job of that. You know, it's a big world out there. A lot of basketball teams. Why not showcase all of them?
Yep. Timeout taken by Chris Victor in the middle of the free throw by Brown. Brown, one of the few players not from Arkansas on this team. Quite a few fill up the roster. Brandon out of Memphis, Tennessee. Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Florida, Texas. A couple from Texas, one from Senegal. And the man we have not seen, Amadou Foul, not checked into the game.
Nice. Good job. Yeah. I like how. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Arkansas Pine Bluff schedule. I like how they're playing in the rain in Seattle, and they're going down to the nice weather tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you only stand this stuff unless you were born here. You cannot stand this stuff for too long. As Brown misses the second one back iron.
They're not going to play SU, the UW, and they're on their way.
Yeah, we've seen other schools, like I believe Alcorn went down to Gonzaga, and they did that whole trip as Grigsby goes up and gets fouled. A lot of teams do that full trip. I mean, they went to Portland. That's not too, I mean, before coming here, so they got a little bit of it down there.
That's enough of a
that's enough of
the northwest swing right there.
For most teams. I don't think Arkansas gets the same climate we have of geography.
No, it's not the Texas two-step. You know what I mean? It's not that. This is definitely Portland, Seattle, and Cali. Down the road to Cali you go.
Grigsby hits the front end. Second one up and doesn't get the nice touch. Brown rebound. 1:49 left to go here. 70-54, our score, 16-point lead still for the Red Hawks. Brown rejected by Rakovic. Victor denies that one. Grigsby and the Red Hawks come the other way.
You just got to be patient with the ball. A couple passes, 3 or 4 passes here. Run the clock. You not delay, but just be deliberate.
Mecca Udine off to the pass from Cameron Tyson. Great inner working so far from the Red Hawks. 3-point shot, no good, and Tyson comes flying out of nowhere and snags the rebound away. Red Hawks with 13 assists on the night to only 3 from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Rakovic make it 14. There's a layup for Emeka Udine as the goggles continue to come up, and the bench is loving it because that's team play right there. Anybody loves to see that.
Absolutely. You saw him in the corner, just in the right corner of his eye on the right block. Zipped it to the big man, and 2.
Pull up, jump shot, mid-range, knocked down by Stokes as he rises high. Grigsby tosses it right to midcourt. Rakovic will cross. Under a minute left to go, down under 40 seconds.
Rakovic showing a little ball handling skills there. Not too much, but just enough to hold it up. I'm not sure Chris Victor wants him going down the lane and trying to do a there you go.
Brown inside. He'll alley-oop it to Odine. Catches it, comes back out. Grigsby will try a three. Grigsby knocks down the dagger on another win at Climate Pledge Arena, as the Red Hawks are going to start loving this arena, as they're going to go to 2-0 and perfect at home as well on the season, as the rebound does it. As the final seconds tick off, Seattle University will improve to 4-1 on the season, while Arkansas Pine Bluff will drop to 0-5 to start the year. Red Hawks get back-to-back wins in the Climate Pledge Arena, taking down Idaho State on their homecoming game back on November 14th, and then taking down the Golden Lions tonight. Both of